Hi, welcome to Range and Country. I'm Peter.
And I'm Lawrence.
And we're here today to bring you honest reviews of air guns and shooting equipment. And just before we get into it, I'd just like to say a quick hi to all our customers who we've delivered to. And we have a chat on the doorstep and they say they love our videos. And do you know, to me, Lawrence, that makes a big difference when we're delivering.
Yeah.
We
always get the, I know you, you're famous, you're on the TV. So yes.
We do.
Thank you. We both hear it a lot. Thank you very much. It means a lot. It means a lot to us.
I tell you what, it means an awful lot to me that we've got such great customers who really appreciate that we work so hard delivering the rifles.
You see our ugly mugs here behind the bench doing the review, and you also see our ugly mugs in person when we deliver the guns or the pistols to you.
Yeah, at some time of the day or night, usually. So, just want to say thank you very much. Today we're having a look at Weihrauch's little baby in the guise of the HW99S.
They're a brilliant, it's Weihrauch's least expensive rifle. I wouldn't call them cheap, they're not cheap. Their least expensive rifle, but it's probably, I think you've said it before, their most surprising.
It is, yeah. So, let's get into it. So this superb little rifle is packed with features, and it's suitable for all ages, isn't it?
Yeah, you would think it's a quite lightweight rifle. You would think it's maybe a junior rifle, but doesn't feel small in an adult's hands.
No, it doesn't. Certainly packs a punch as well.
Yeah.
It was pushing 11.1 on the chrono.
Yeah.
When you were zeroing it.
I will say generally when they settle down, when we get them in second hand, they're high 10s, low 11 sort of thing. So they are a little bit less powerful than the bigger brothers, than the 95 and the 97, but still plenty powerful enough for whatever you'd want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Very light. So if junior, sort of 10, 12-year-old, I think, as long as they could cock the rifle, because it's full power, bear in mind, I think that'd be more than suitable for a youngster. Equally, somebody who is a little bit older, a little bit getting on in years, HW97, fantastic gun. It's quite a weight though, isn't it?
Yeah. Is this your next gun then? Is that
I like that one. Who are you just thinking that one up?
Yeah, I was mulling it over.
I don't know. If I could shoot a spring, it probably would be. Yeah. Now, what have we got on this? We've got open sights. You've put a beautiful Hawk scope on it, haven't you? Vantage 30, wide angle, when I get it out, side focus, illuminated reticle. And I'm reading it on there, so I know exactly what
I was really wondering how you knew that. I knew you didn't actually know it by looking at it. Yes, so you got rear and front sights, front and rear sights. I said that weirdly. The rear one is fully adjustable. Well, so you've got elevation on the top here, and you've got windage on the side there. Nice and easy to use, or obviously you can use it with the scope because you've got the 9 to 11mm rail on it. You've also got Weihrauch's automatic safety.
Annoying automatic safety. Was that what you were going to say?
I wasn't, but I was kind of thinking it.
Yeah.
It's great for safety.
Yeah.
But yes, if you don't remember it's there, you can soon forget about it. And like in a previous video, you have done.
I have.
Yeah.
All the time. I would say that's probably more useful out in the field.
Yeah.
In a hunting, pest control setup, rather than on the airgun range.
Yeah. So you can cock the rifle, load it, and then walk around it.
And then you just got to find your position.
Yeah. Then you're ready to go.
Definitely.
Stock. It's beach stock, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I will say these newer models,
they're slightly different contour, don't they?
Yeah, I can't remember when they changed the actual design, but they are slightly different contours.
They didn't have that cutout at the bottom there, did they?
No, they didn't have this quite flat section. I quite like it. It doesn't feel any different to the older one, I don't think. I can't remember what the stippling is like around the fore end. But that's all nice and new, and it looks very nice. And we've got the Weihrauch logo in there as well.
Mm. Yeah. Record trigger. That's one of the Weihrauch.
Sort of patented.
Yeah. Well, one of the usual niceties that you get with a Weihrauch rifle. There's not many, I don't think, in the Weihrauch range that you don't get the record trigger with.
No, I mean, obviously it's a premium brand. You would expect a premium trigger, even in their sort of entry level Springer.
Yeah.
It's very, very nice. Obviously, I was the one that was zeroing it this week, and it was very easy to use, very crisp, very predictable as well. And if I can replicate it when we do the actual testing, it was very, very accurate.
Mm. One thing I'm noticing here, look how low the scope is. You couldn't see the foresight through that scope, could you?
No.
That is weird, isn't it? Because it actually looks nearly on the same plane as the scope. And you would think that all you would see in the scope would be your foresight and probably some of the rear sight.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we've got 4 to 16 times magnification on this. So that's why if you had a 1 times mag scope, nice and short, yeah, you'd probably see that.
Mm.
But on something like that, on something like this, normal scope, you won't see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, it is a very tall front sight and low profile scope.
You could, if you wanted to, you could have peep through sights, peep through scope mounts.
Yeah.
So you could have your scope on it, it'd be quite a bit higher, but then your peep throughs, you could. What was it that we had peep throughs on recently?
Nikon, was it?
Was that it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Or was it a Remington T-Rex?
It was one of them.
One of them too.
Yeah, it was. Quite nice little touch. And you could have, the only thing about that, it'd take the scope quite high, which, like it or loathe it, it'd be one of those things. What was it like to shoot?
It was very, very nice.
What was the firing cycle like?
Yeah, very, very smooth. Obviously, like I said, the trigger's nice and crisp. It was very predictable when it fired. It wasn't particularly jumpy in terms of recoil, not like a bigger brother, like the 95 or the 90, some of the gas ram ones.
Or those gas rams can be, can't they?
Yes, very, very smooth, very easy to control. Again, leads into me being accurate with it, sort of thing. So hopefully I can show that off. Crack on. Yeah, brilliant. I will. The only thing with it being Springer is we don't have as much to say about it as if it was a PCP in terms of features. We can't say the magazine size and the shot count and that sort of thing.
The shot count's a lot greater though, isn't it? On this,
not for me. No, I haven't been to the gym recently.
Yeah, that's one thing. With your PCPs are fantastic, but you still need compressed air. With these beauties, you don't, do you? The old Springer, and I know a lot of people on our range, especially the older guys, they'll have the PCPs, they'll have a pistol and whatever, and they very, very often have a Springer as well.
Yeah,
it's back to the roots, isn't it, of where they started, and it's just a bit grounding. I think would probably be the best word.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. And this is probably the nicest to use in a lot of price brackets.
Yeah,
to be quite honest with you.
Now, quite often there's testament, I suppose, to its popularity. They go in and out of stock very quickly, don't they?
They do.
They do. We had at one point. How long were we waiting for these to come back into stock?
Months.
Absolutely months. We were without them for ages, weren't we? We had a lot on back order when they finally came in.
Obviously, we're still catching up after COVID, and that sort of thing. 3 years later, whatever it's been. That's a sobering thought.
It is, yeah.
Okay, shall we go into handling then and get through the numbers on it?
Let's try it. So this should be quite a brief section with the weights and measure side of it. We've got no shot count to worry about. We've got no cylinder size or anything. All we've got is length and weight, really, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I was just going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, weight is a funny one.
Okay.
As far as we can tell, the spiel that we've got from Weihrauch is that it weighs 3.2 kilos, no scope.
Okay.
When I measured it before we started, it was 2.9 with this scope.
And that's a fairly big scope, isn't it?
Yeah, there's probably half a kilo of scope on here. So it's going to be about 2.5 kilos, something like that, which is very, very light. No, I don't have the imperial measurements for that, I'm afraid.
I was just trying to work it out. But
just the 21st century ones, I'm afraid. So yes, Weihrauch are telling us porkies. It's about 2.5 kilos rifle on its own. Lengthwise, just over 1 metre, 1,040 millimetres.
Now, you can get a moderator for these, can't you?
Yes.
Now, I take it that we'd need to remove that foresight.
Yep.
And that would slide on. There's a little bit of a dovetail groove there where the foresight is on. I assume it's just going to slide onto there.
Slides on and then locks on, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what sort of length that adds on. It wouldn't add much weight on.
They're normally about 150, 170 mils, something like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
Moderator, so roughly, probably around about the 1100 mil mark, roughly. Would give you a little bit more leverage as well. If you were a junior and you chose to use the moderator to break the barrel and to pull down on, just change your pivot point there. Just give you a little bit more leverage.
Yeah, certainly come down.
Yeah. So that's the end of that section, really, isn't it?
Yes.
It's that long and it's that heavy.
Let's get into the bit that everyone's waiting for, I'm sure. Let's get into
That's the bit that I'm waiting for.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Well, let's get down to the favourite part of the video for everybody, the actual shooting of the rifle.
Let's give it a go. See how many times I'm going to forget the auto safety.
Oh, yeah. I remember the last time I shot a gun with auto safe. Can't remember what it was. You had great delight in there.
I remember sitting there watching and laughing.
Yeah, you were. Not bad shot.
Cool. That was right.
Now, it's not often we get to review a Springer, is it? Why is that? There's so many PCPs, isn't there? And I don't know, we probably ought to do more Springers. The last ones we did was the TX200 HW97.
I think it was that one that was sat there laughing at you.
Oh, the HW97 could well have been, yeah, could have been. But we don't do enough of them, and they are what most people are brought up on, aren't they? Learn to shoot with, and certainly in the older days. That's not bad, little clover leaf there.
How many were we going for? That was 3. That was a very impressive 3.
It was very
and
impressive.
I guarantee, if we don't stop the shooting section of the video now, I'm going
Should we
to
do 5?
throw one wayward. I'll try and do 5.
Try and do 5.
We're just going to say the gun will do it. Everything else now, these next 2, is up to me.
Well, so it's still not bad.
I pulled that one. That was way before I was ready.
Was it?
Yeah.
Still all right. Just outside your group, but
Yeah, that was massive. Massively put there.
for a Springer though, 25 yards.
I've shot PCPs worse.
You've had PCPs that shoot worse. I think you ought to do another one just to show that it wasn't just a fluke.
But what if it was, though? Haven't mentioned pellets that we're using.
Okay, now you've gone for different ones, haven't you, on this video?
Yeah, H&N Field Target Trophy. I don't know how well, I don't know if I should talk while I've got my head buried in the rifle. I'll let you do the talking on that.
Okay. Yeah, he's gone for Field Target Trophy, FTTs. 8.64 grains, I believe. Oh, beauty. I think the the thinking behind it is German pellet, German gun.
Well, historically, over however many years we've had the shop, 10 years, whatever, we've been selling guns. Normally JSB exacts have always been the go-to in Airarm stabilo field.
Yeah.
But for some reason, obviously there is a reason, we don't know it, H&N Field Target Trophies are what Weihrauch Springers absolutely love. And yeah, they do.
Well, that shows it. That is, I mean, that is not a bad grippy at all, is it?
No. But usually we use QS streamlined heavies. Obviously we've done that quite a few videos. But I know from German Springers, they like Field Target Trophies. So, yeah. Okay, I thought that was pretty good. I thought it was pretty much me.
That's probably your best shooting for a long while, to be honest.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the summary.
Yeah. Okay, now we've seen how good it can be shot. Let's do a bit of a summary on the rifle. You shot it. Tell me about it. What do you think?
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay.
Shoots.
That's a bold statement.
Just as well as a lot of other Springers out on the market, period. It shoots much better than your entry-level Springers. It's a big jump up in terms of that.
I would probably go out on a limb and say that was probably more accurate than a lot of budget PCPs.
Yes, certainly I shot it more accurately than I have shot budget PCPs, which is a very bold statement.
It is a bold statement, but that was very impressive.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was impressive and I did it.
Yeah, I meant the impressive bit was that you did it. So now, one point I will just make with a spring gun. Now, your hold is very, very important on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You cannot...
if you try and grip it, it will be inaccurate.
Yeah. The way you zero it has got to be the way that you shoot it from then on.
Yeah.
You can't rest the barrel. So if you zero it, either free holding it, you can't sort of rest the barrel, because if you do, it's going to shoot to a different point of impact.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing with Springers, I think. They're a little bit fussy.
Yeah. That's obviously Springers in general.
Yeah, every Springer's the same, yeah.
Yeah. But this one is light, full power, accurate, German quality. A lot of big words there.
Yeah.
A lot of big words for not too much money.
A lot of bold statements there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we certainly like it, don't we?
You could carry this around a field for half a day.
Your own field, under your permission. Not just any field. Probably not the best.
One that you have permission to be in with carrying the rifle with you. You could carry that round on your permission for half a day with not too much problem at all, could you?
100%.
Yeah.
Like you say, put a silencer on it, make it easier to cock. You've got the automatic safety there for actual safety. You can either have it with open sights or with the scope on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing, a lot of rifles nowadays are coming with fibre optics, aren't they, on the open sights? This doesn't. Now, you'd quite easily, little dot of, we've talked about this before, haven't we? The Tipex on there.
Yes.
And on there, if you're shooting in the reduced light.
Yeah.
Or a bit of nail varnish, if you have a bit of nail varnish.
That way.
Or borrow some.
Borrow some. I don't think you'd be able to give it back, though.
No. So that's just one thing. Fibre optics, brilliant. This is very
old school.
Old school, yeah. That's very, yeah. But it damn well works, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Yeah. Nothing more else we can say really about it, is there?
No, absolutely not.
Quality does the job.
Reliable and accurate.
Yeah.
Well, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Like and subscribe. I think it's down there, is it not?
It's one of them. Either that one or that one.
That one.